Streets wisdom, church music, street wisdom. The streets wisdom, church music, street wisdom. The streets wisdom, church music, street wisdom. The streets wisdom, church music. Face the spirit of truth and no faking. Spreading love, we ain't down with the hating. If you offended by what we be saying, you gotta be careful the idols you praising. Stand on my word, I don't fall flat. We some big dogs and some boss cats. We said what we said, we don't walk back. You talk to me and I'll talk back. It's the host with the most on the west coast. We fall right here and they never could get close. They doing dirt in the dark and get exposed. If you a topic, you might as well get low. It's about current events, about real life. We sympathize and we know what it feel like. Gotta be soldiers out here, Navy SEAL type. We deconstructing the game, we gon' be right. Talking morality, talking mortality, talking about victory, talking about tragedy. With the charisma and the personality, he can do suit and tie, he can do casually. Something you have to see, give it a listen. Gotta tune in, you don't know what you missing. The game is so sickening, it need a prescription. We speak to the streets and we give them the wisdom. Talk to me and I'll talk back. Talk to me and I'll talk back.
What's up with it? It's going down. I am your favorite host from the West Coast, and I am Church Music. We're in Cabo San Lucas, and it's going down out here. Such a beautiful scenery. Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. And I'm in a private villa location, remote. And this is your segment, Street Wisdom. Talk to me and I'll talk back. And a lot's going on. Definitely want to send a shout out to everybody that reached out and really liked the Q&A questions and asked that I continue to do some more, including men. And I definitely got a lot of heartfelt questions. And it's just really going down right here on Street Wisdom. Talk to me and I'll talk back. And we're going to just always drop the wisdom. But it's very important for right now. You could have been anywhere across the world, but you're right here with me right now at this live villa remote location in San Lucas, Cabo. And we're doing it live right now on the beautiful, the beach, private location. It's just heaven. It's just God. And I encourage everybody, life has no guarantees and life is so short. So if you have the will to have the opportunity to travel, and always remember that traveling vacations is just not about a vacation. You can utilize vacations, of course, to have fun, to relax, also to have clarification and talk to the Almighty God, your Father, and know your purpose in life. And, when you work hard and you play hard and you're a reserved person and you just, a lot of those things don't really matter. But I encourage you to be a witness of God's glory right here on this beautiful day, March 7th, San Lucas, Cabo. Beautiful. And I thank you, God, for allowing me to be a part of this experience. And but we're going to get into it. And again, like I said, I got a lot of questions. Oh, I forgot. For those that are listening under the sound of my voice, please share this video and subscribe. That's very important. Please subscribe and and utilize wisdom, street wisdom, to notify you when we drop in that real heat. So we're going to get into it. And again, flooded with questions. So this time we're going to do 4 questions. We're going to implicate men, get some of their questions as well as women, and we just going to jump into it right here on Street Wisdom. Talk to me and I'll talk back.
Hi, I'm Natasha from Las Vegas. What causes men to cheat on their significant other, whether in a marriage or a strong relationship? Could you please explain it to me? Also, I love your podcast.
Thank you, Natasha from Las Vegas. And I'm definitely going to talk back. Thank you for the question. Cheating with a significant other, rather it be a marriage or someone special in the relationship. I'm just so sick and tired of the word cheating. Men cheat because they want to, not because they have to. Men will cheat based on a couple of things. Let's look into it. A man can have everything of quality based on the woman that he has in his life, which could be his wife or someone very special or a shooby-dooby or a significant other. And the women will be very beautiful women in all elements of life. They will do everything correct. They will cook. They will clean. They will support. They will sponsor. They will provide words of encouragement and have a beautiful family. But at the same time, a man could go cheat because he's intimidated by the value of the woman that he chose. So what does that mean, radio man? It means that when a man has a dominant woman of quality, and the man might not be doing so good in his life, you know what I'm talking about, which means his career, or he's just job to job, he doesn't really have a hustle. And the woman is still of a caliber chooses this man to be a part of her life. And intimidation can create cheating, based on wanting to feel value. And if you notice, every time a man cheat, he always cheat with a low-grade, dirty-ass woman that has no value, that's in the hood, that wears a thong and heels and cooks for him. So he feels that he has authority, and he will sabotage his relationship. Let me break that down for you real slow. He will sabotage his relationship to feel value and to discredit and disrupt those that care about him, include his family and his children. To cheat with a woman with no value or purpose, because even if you do cheat, and we don't suggest cheating here on Street Wisdom, talk to me and I'll talk back, but even if you do cheat with someone that's gonna have 15 times more than what you've already left. Okay? So don't put yourself in a trick bag. Men cheat as well because of it's a starving appetite to have multiple women, different flavors and colors, and still be a man of principle and play their part as an active husband. But it's the desire, because of the maturity level, they just not have let the part of them go where they want to continue to be out there and to be senseless and foolish. So we encourage men to, please do right. And if you do choose a mate, you just definitely have to know who they are in friendship. Because most women that are separated or divorced, are filing for divorce, they always find the bad news after the fact. Okay, after the relationship is over in its entirety. Then they find out he had another woman for 5 years, or he had a child during the relationship, or he was a closet cocaine snorter. So there's a lot of things to factor in, Natasha, from Las Vegas. But I encourage you to know that we don't condone cheating, and we ask that, and I ask of my brothers as well as men all over the world, if cheating leads to other things, which we'll be talking more about in the questions, and it brings heartbreak. So for that, we can't tolerate that right here on Street Wisdom. Talk to me and I'll talk back. And again, I thank you for your question. Next question.
Hi, church. This is Megan from Los Angeles. Can you ask men what they can do to fulfill a role in a relationship and make their partner feel secure? Thank you. I love your show. Okay,
Megan from Los Angeles, and that's where I'm at. That's where I live. And but right now we're doing this remote at a private villa location in St. Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. It's a beautiful day out here. And I'm so thankful to be a part of God's glory and talk to my listeners and viewers all across the world. So absolutely, Megan, what makes a man need to make a woman feel secure and know his role? Well, the role is just by being an exceptional man. And a lot of situations where you women choose these men, you're not choosing men that love the Lord, or they have the foundation of God in their heart. which means that to make a woman feel secure, because we all know that women are very emotional. You have to be a man of patience. You have to be a man of witness. You have to be a man of solitude, because women are all over the place in some cases at some times. So making her secure is doing the active role as a man, being truthful, being loving, being an encourager, support, as well as be a sponsor for dreams and aspirations and things of that nature. Security, I believe, under the sound of my voice, is basically the truth, honesty, making the woman feel secure that she doesn't have to worry or create doubt, to know that you're being a man of integrity, you're being a man of witness, you're being a man that's solid, where you're representing her with respect when she's not in your presence, where if a nice shooby-dooby's coming at you, your motto is to say, hey, I'm happily involved and I love the woman that I'm with, so thank you, baby, but unfortunately I can't give no numbers or exchange numbers. That just wouldn't be good right now. So making her feel secure by the compelling testimony of honesty, knowing your role as a man in her life, not there to destroy her life or bring havoc to her life, but bring comfort and salvation to her life. That's how you make her secure. And I believe that to be true. Megan from Los Angeles. And it goes both ways. The woman has to make sure that the man is secure, because we're dealing with so much in the world right now where it's so hard to trust. You have chronic cheating. You have chronic verbal abuse. No one's getting along. And it's a concern. And I'm here to address the question and know that the role of a man is honesty, coming forward and being a man of integrity, and knowing what it takes to know you by communicating with you, building with you, loving on you, praying with you. So all those elements create the foundation of security. And I believe that to be true right here on Street Wisdom. Talk to me, now talk back. Next question.
Hey there, man. Great show. And this is a true story. This is Peter from Toronto. Hey, I wanted to ask a question that's very personal, and it just happened to me. I stepped out on my girl and cheated and gave her an STD. How should I deal with this matter for her to possibly trust me again and be able to get past this situation?
Thank you, Peter. I appreciate that. And I want you to know right here on Street Wisdom, talk to me and I'll talk back. Your concerns, your questions that are personal, and you're sharing it with my audience as well as myself to address the matter, is always respected, and we don't take that lightly, and we're thankful that you're sharing it with us right here, right now. But as your brother, Peter in Toronto, of course it's important to be a man of wisdom. Street wisdom, but a man of wisdom, two different things. Street wisdom is of truth, but a man of wisdom comes from God. When you have cheated in your relationship and you have brought a situation where you have brought your significant other or your wife or someone that you love very special, and you have brought to them a sexual transmitted disease, is very hurtful. Now, you ask the question of how she can possibly trust you again, as well as you guys can get over this situation. It's not going to be that easy, champ, because you have brought someone that you love, that other people depend on, and that they're responsible for. You have brought a matter where you have brought them a sexual transmitted disease, which means that I don't know the nature of the disease, but no matter what the disease is, they don't deserve to have it. If you're creating neglect by stepping out and not being a man of foundation to not do it at all, but even to do it with no protection. Now, you have to think about certain things. If this woman is your wife, how does that make you feel, Peter? How do you design your mind to have to go to your wife when you know that your wife is a beautiful lady, she's never stepped out on you, or she's just all about Peter and making sure that we doing the right thing, and you have stepped out through your negligence, through your selfish behavior, through your nonchalant behavior, and your reckless behavior, because you have brought your significant other or your wife a STD. You have created pain. But if you love the Lord, Peter, you know that you can turn the pain into power. And I hope this is a learning lesson for all those that are listening, because sexual transmitted diseases are very tricky. Very tricky, which means that a man can find out that he's been tested and he has witnessed, or someone has called him and told him that I have acquired this and you should go get checked out. Men will go to the hospital, and the doctors, they're just there to do their job because they really don't know you. And there's several people that come in all day with these matters, and she'll just say, or he will just say, hey, it's nothing that serious. Give you an antibiotic and, call it the day. But if you're a man of wisdom, Peter, that I believe that you are, you have to share with the doctor, I don't need a fucking antibiotic. That's going to help, but I need to be tested. Run me for everything, because certain diseases are asymptomatic, which means that they're not detected in men. And if you have men that have a sexual appetite, and a lot of men today, as women, they don't like condoms. And you know that today men are all over the place just as well as women. So it has to be a safe space. It has to be a safety net with the respect level. You would want to tell your mate first and foremost, because that acquires the trust. Because if you just want an antibiotic and you don't get retested to know that this disease is no longer accurate in your system, it's pointless. You're just going to become a spreader of diseases that you can't control. Because a lot of men have the fear of going to doctors. So they don't like to get bad news. But you have to think about, you should be thankful, and I believe this to be true. I don't know, but I'm just sharing with you under the sound of my voice, that it's not a matter that it was life-threatening. Every disease is life-threatening, but a disease that is life-threatening, which means that you have destroyed someone's life, where the news that you have received and that you have given them, they have to adjust their lives completely, which means HIV, AIDS, herpes, the list goes on. So Peter, in Canada, Toronto, you get your ass up and you stand up in the foundation of man, of God first, man of God first, man of wisdom second. And you share with your significant other or your special loved one or your wife that you have done something terrible. That's the first nature of healing, turning the pain into power. Don't look for immediate results, because you have brought friction into the woman of God's life through your negligence. So you have to play your part as a man of patience, just as well as she has had patience with you more than one time. And I thank you for sharing this question right here on Street Wisdom. Talk to me and I talk back, because it's so much needed to know and understand with these sexual transmitted diseases, because everybody's out there letting their hair down. There's no more caution. Women don't even want men to wear condoms anymore, and as well as men don't care to use condoms at all. But there has to be an accountability partner to say, I love you, and I love you with all my heart, but let's just keep it where it is right now. And really, we ain't supposed to be doing none of it until we go amongst the oath of God in marriage. So you don't have to worry about knowing if someone is cheating or being dishonest or not forthcoming or having their cake and eat it too. in other areas of their life, which it creates confusion. Peter, thank you so much. And we're praying for you. We're definitely praying for you. And we encourage you, man. You're such a courageous man for coming forward with that question, which was desperately needed. And I appreciate it so much because there's a lot of women, adult women, older women, as well as younger women, vice versa, as well as the men that are participating in sexual activity without a condom, where there's no protection, there's no safety net. And so all my listeners, including women and men all over the world, please, let's be more safe-oriented when it comes to sexual activity and getting to know people, whether it's oral sex or anal sex or whatever the case may be. Let it be done in integrity, but first let it be done at all until you really know the partner or you're possibly married. But that's just a request from Street Wisdom. Talk to me and I talk back. And thank you so much. Next question.
Church music, what up? This is Thomas from Denver. Talk to me, man. Why do women these days act so masculine and not submissive? Can someone please explain this to me? I'm tired of it.
Thomas from the Dirty Den, Denver, Colorado. What's up? Thank you for the question. And I am from Denver, Colorado, so it's always a pleasure to have someone from Denver reach out. Thomas, masculinity and sensitivity and submissive. I'm tired too, brother. Women have taken the role to be masculine, to be hard, because of the nature of the world, how the world has changed, how courtship has changed. And you check this out right here, Thomas. Women don't have sensitivity anymore because everybody's on edge. And what does that mean? It's a familiar spirit. What's familiar is a spirit. Masculinity. Because women feel that they have taken the role as a man, which they haven't, but they feel that because they do it all by themselves, or they do it alone, or they've been doing it for years, they don't respect the value of the man to come in and to assist or to help or to further the progress. So the masculinity comes in based on the behavior, doing things on their own, being the witness of the disvalue of real men, because a lot of women will say that men are not the same. They whine, they cry, they complain, they're bitch made, they don't work, and I ain't worried about no sissy, no soft ass little man. That's how these women talk in this day and age, in the 21st century, under the sound of my voice. Submissive. A lot of women have to read the foundation of being a woman that's submissive, because a lot of women take it out of context. Submissive to them is a nigga trying to control them, or he needs to be washing their drawers and cooking and doing all that old worldly shit, and that's not the case. Submissive is just a gentle element that comes from God. Because most women are smarter than men, which means they already know when you're lying, number one. Number two, they already know when something is not good or you're having a bad day. Number three, they already know when you want something that you won't share with them, and they wish you would because they already know. Okay? So submissive has been misled, where submissive is a beautiful word. Being submissive to a mighty king, a righteous man of God, a loving man that loves her. Being submissive of understanding and protocol. Protocol in the spirit first. Okay? Being submissive to know that you don't have to ask her to do these things. She's just going to do them because she already know. That's called a woman of submissive nature, because the nature is touched by God, which touches the woman's heart to know her role. Okay? Masculine, it's unacceptable and it's hurtful that women are so strong that they feel that they can do it all by themselves, and to devalue and to discredit any man because no one's fighting the war with them. And it's important to have a woman of submissive nature, because who wants to lay up with another man or a lookalike or a wannabe? Because women have just took the role where they talk to men any kind of way. There's no gentleness. There's no sensitivity. There's no affection. Affection is just her coming home from work, hard day. She has a need to be touched. But other than that, she's back into the free world. Talking to you crazy, foolish. You ask her to cook, you cook. I ain't doing that. It's a tug of war, what we call tongue wrestling. Okay? So Thomas, from the Dirty Den, Denver, Colorado, 303. I'm tired, brother, but let us be tired where we can just understand that there's a crisis with the disconnect. Because no man wants a masculine woman. Man wants tenderness. He wants sensitivity. He wants femininity, if I'm saying that word correct. He wants that elegance, pretty toes, pretty feet, soft skin, soft body, soft lips, soft touch. And he wants his head to be stroked. The head of God, up top, not lower top. Okay? Stroke that man and say, baby, it's going to be all right. Baby, did you want some fruit? Did you want your favorite glass of wine? Nourishment. Okay? A prudent, silent woman is a gift from the Lord. Never forget that. So I hope that helps, Thomas. And I just want to say thank you, Street Wisdom, to all my listeners and viewers all across the world. Beautiful questions, and questions that definitely need to be spoke upon, and where we can all help each other to realize and know what's important. Peter, again, brother, I appreciate you. I encourage you to sit down with whoever it is in your life, whether it's a he or she or your significant other or your wife. But please tell them that you have contracted, and I encourage you to go with her, get tested, get retested, and if that doesn't make sense, get retested, because you just never know. And we all want to use wisdom in all things, and we all want to be loving people without malice and destroying people's lives. And if you feel you have to cheat, brother, you just need to get out the relationship, and don't bring any confusion to the woman's life. Let her continue to have a pleasant life without strife or what we call chronic worrying, because she just doesn't know the outcome or the circumstance. So always remember, this segment is being brought to you by Boss of My Blessings. Exclusive products and merchandise on his bomb site at bossofmyblessings.com. Available now. Boss of My Blessings, we thank you so much. And make sure you get some of that fresh holy drip. And again, we're in San Lucas, Cabo, live villa remote, and it's such a beautiful day out here. And I wish all you guys can see the fresh anointing, the beautiful, the water, the scenery, the imagery, all designed and created by God. Is such a pleasant sight to see. And Street Wisdom, we're finna just let our hair down and relax and be a part of the festivities. And we just thank everybody for tuning in, listening in, and turning up with your favorite host, Church Music. And please like, share this video, and subscribe, so we can always notify you with that real heat. And again, we got a lot of beautiful things coming up this summer. We got Broken, a 3-part series. And then we have another segment, the snitching culture. why it's became so irrelevant and why snitching is at an all-time high. So we'll definitely expound on that, talk about that. And again, if there's any concerns, questions, or complaints, you can email us at streetwisdomtalktome@gmail.com, and that's streetwisdomtalktome@gmail.com. Until otherwise, let me keep it all the way real and go pay some bills. I am your host with the most. I am Church Music. And thank you for listening. And we're live at San Lucas, Cabo. Thank you for joining us.